welcome to vlog post number 1. My name is Charlene Rimsha, owner, founder, and operator of Everyday Coherence, where I help people connect body and mind for everyday success. So today, being that it's the middle of January 2019, Happy New Year to you and everyone. I want to talk about New Year's resolutions and particularly revamping or rethinking New Year's resolutions. So many of us create New Year's resolutions, few end up sticking with them. So this post is intended to help you to stick with your New Year's resolution or any goal that you want to set and create change for in your life. So I have a model that is an acronym. It's a SMART goal. Now I admit I didn't completely come up with this model, but I incorporated and use it in the program, in the Everyday Coherence model. So SMART goals, some of you may have heard of them before. This one is a little different than the standard SMART goal, so feel free to hear me out through to the end, and hopefully this will be really beneficial for you. So, excuse me, let's start with S for SMART, okay? S is specific. It's also for small, so you want to start smaller than create some grandiose goal that you're less likely to keep. So small, yes, but also specific. What is it? Where are you going to do it? What time of the day you're going to do it? That kind of a thing, right? So if your goal, for example, and even if you have a New Year's resolution now of get healthy, right? Get healthy, great intention. Where do you start with that, right? So break it down, make it smaller. Get healthy could be going to the gym, right? So the step would be specific, could be something such as go to the gym that you want to, that you want to sign up for. Go and sign up for it tonight, start tomorrow, and go 3 times a week, something like that. So that's very specific. So 3 times a week, and you're where, what, that kind of thing. Next is M, which I find to be actually one of the most important aspects of it, and that is meaningful. So this is the why. Why the heck you're making a New Year's resolution or any goal. And important to look at as far as it being meaningful to you is the why, the motivation behind it. So there tends to be 3 different ways that people choose a New Year's resolution. It could be either someone else's idea of success. It could be the avoidance of pain or something difficult that you just want to get rid of. Or thirdly, it would be something that is in line with your values and therefore drives you internally, that's really like personally meaningful to you because it's something that you deeply desire. It could be something such as physical health, creativity, imagination, genuineness, close connection, feeling closely connected with family and friends. Now those kind of values, whatever it is for you, I just gave a few examples, right? Whatever it is for you helps to then, when you start to get off track, you can go back and reevaluate and remember your goals and go, or your values and go, that's my why, that's why I'm doing it, I'm sticking with this. So if you're noticing that you've created a New Year's resolution that is in line with, say, somebody else's expectations of you, then of course you could say, well, I need to create a new goal, right, a New Year's resolution, or perhaps rethink it and say, hey, in what other ways is this goal actually in line with my values? And see for yourself. Perhaps it actually does not only line up with something that, say, somebody else wants you to do, but it also may line up with, say, one of your own personal values. So really checking in with yourself and saying, hey, does my New Year's resolution or this goal that I'm creating have deep meaning for me? And if it does, great. keep moving with the SMART goal. So that's M. Moving on to A is, okay, what is A? Adaptive. I knew it was in there somewhere. Adaptive. So adaptive, as opposed kind of to maladaptive. So adaptive being is, does this goal lead me in the direction of where I want to go in life? So certainly that could be when you've created a small version, a small portion to get you to your larger New Year's resolution. The adaptive could be, does this step actually move me in the direction of my larger ultimate New Year's resolution goal? Or if it's not related to New Year's resolution, is this in line with my values, and is it moving me in the direction that I want to take my life, my lifestyle? So far, specific, meaningful, adaptive. R is realistic. Given my skill set, where I'm at in life, etc., is this goal realistic? Now, of course, be careful with that one, because we can trick ourselves into thinking, well, maybe I can't do that. Maybe I don't have enough skill set, so maybe I won't do it. Ooh, no. I'm not talking about being able to hightail it out of there because it's suddenly feeling too tough and you feel like you don't have the skills. What I mean by that is, for example, you say, I want to get my PhD, but you're still working on your bachelor's degree, right? So your skill set to get to your PhD, you're not quite there yet. So the goal before that would be to complete your bachelor's degree. And perhaps even before that would be something more specific, like finishing the semester. So boop, 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 SMART goal, moving up to that larger goal of getting your PhD. And each SMART goal and step along the way makes the next step more realistic. So, is that we're on the last one? Yes, we're on T. The last one is T, time bound. So really making sure that this goal does not have just a, I have till the end of my life to finish it. Because then it's easier to procrastinate if you don't have any time bound at all. So time bound being a start date, and then perhaps even a specific finish date. If you don't have a specific finish date, then at least knowing when you're going to start it, and how long you're going to give yourself, at least for now, to do it. If something's going to take 2 days, give it 2 days. It's going to have 3 days, 3 months, even 3 years. But a SMART goal for 3 years, that may be pushing it a little bit. So, to recap, a SMART goal is a goal, a New Year's resolution or other goal to set a change in motion that increases the chance of you accomplishing that and moving on in your fulfilling life. So the SMART goal is specific, small and specific, meaningful to you, deeply personally meaningful to you. The A, my brain always goes, what? Adaptable. That it's adaptable, that it's moving in the direction that you want your life to go. That it is realistic, given your current life situation and skill set. And T, that it's time bound. So now once you've created all of that, and you've started on your SMART goal process, I want to talk to you about something that oftentimes, almost inevitably, comes up when you've started on a new venture, and that would be obstacles. So there's external obstacles and internal obstacles. The external ones are anything outside of your body-mind system. That being anything. You get a phone call from someone, oh, well, I can't do what I was going to do because I'm on the phone right now. Or the train broke down. Okay, well, I can't go and do that because I'm late because, or, no, it's snowing outside, so I'm not going to go to the gym. Those kind of things, right? And although some outside obstacles may seem more real and true against your ability to continue to work on your SMART goal, Most of them, ultimately though, if you choose to not do something because of that outside obstacle, it really is more of a convenient excuse. It is. A convenient excuse because it's the internal obstacles that are happening. And it's very likely, pretty much almost guaranteed that it's going to happen. Why? Because our brains are built for survival. They're built to say that anything different than what we already do is unknown and therefore potentially dangerous for us, right? Most things, no, these days in our society, most of the things you're going to do are not dangerous. The SMART goals that you create are not there to cause you physical harm. But the brain doesn't know that. It just knows that you're trying to rock the status quo. So that's where it's important to recognize when that arises. So internal obstacles come in basically three forms. There is thoughts, self-defeating thoughts, difficult emotions such as fear, resistance, different stuff like that, anxiety, frustration, so many different possibilities. And for each of us, these are all, our internal obstacles are very much uniquely our own. And thirdly, okay, so that's thoughts, emotions, and thirdly, urges. Like, what is the urge when you're starting to feel these difficult emotions or these thoughts telling you, no, this is stupid, why would you want to do this anyways, right? The urge is to do just about everything else other than what your SMART goal has you set out to do. So the first step is just being aware of that it's actually not the phone call that you just got or the snow outside. Check in a little bit deeper, ooh, and notice that it's some kind of piece of your protective factor of your humanness. And that's where we can talk more about it later. Comment, ask me questions, come in for a free consultation at Everyday Coherence. We can talk more about that stuff. But basically, it's about having a mindful lifestyle, not only lifestyle, excuse me, a mindful view of it. Recognizing the thought come in, oh, interesting, okay, I just had a thought. Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me, but I'm gonna still keep moving forward. Or a really difficult emotion, maybe even like some kind of grief or sadness comes up. And this moving forward in your direction, whatever the emotion is that comes up. The emotion actually registers first in your body. And then when your body sends a message to the brain, and then the brain makes meaning of it and labels it as grief, sadness, or whatever it is. So when you start to feel that feeling, feel your feels. Notice where in your body it is. Breathe into that area. Create some space around it, because oftentimes it's really a tightness and a constriction, but by breathing into it, it creates a little bit of space, which allows the thoughts and the emotions to be there, but not control us, and then therefore, we're less likely to follow the urge to hightail it out of there. So, I wish you extremely well on your New Year's resolution venture or any goals that you set for yourself. I hope that this vlog on setting a SMART goal and troubleshooting a few of the obstacles has been helpful for you. Again, feel free to comment or call and ask questions, etc. And I'll be back in February for my second post. Until then, be well and Happy New Year.